Doc and president of the Otaku Anonymous.
I'm
Go,
Larry,
America.
and I'm co-president of the Otakus Anonymous. Yeet.
I'm Sunny. I'm treasurer, secretary, vice president, whatever you want to call it. I'm here to do things, whatever they say. I do.
You're our computer tech man, dude.
I guess. This Twitch stream better update.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm gonna flip
and,
off.
You know, I'm actually gonna take away Silver. I'll put him back up, and he's introducing himself.
He probably didn't watch the movie. Got him.
Mark says, "I'm Mark. The
Okay,
OA
now.
is cool."
Mark
Thank you, Mark.
actually watched it.
The Twitch title just went from like one to the other, and it just kept going. It just kept like glitching out on the page from one to the other until it finally figured out. Oh, hey, I should change.
I found Redline a space
What?
dandy
Can I?
time because it's the same.
Oh, there we
It's the
go.
same creator, of course. You know, I like how Z always has his information. I don't know why. He always has the information.
I was wondering
There's
why things are super zoomed in. Didn't resize it. There it is. Perfect now.
There's a lot of cool things for Redline.
Does anyone want to give a quick synopsis of what Redline is?
It's just
There's-
a giant. It's a race.
There's a plot, but that's not why you watch it. I mean, the plot's
Yeah.
there, and you've got
Yeah.
him, and you've got you know, the main girl, but this is about the visuals. You've
It's
got
the fucking visuals,
got the
yeah.
races, and it's just beautiful.
Bad
I'm
Gunpla hit us
trying
up with
to
that
look
host.
stuff up.
Okay, so
Bad
Redline
Gunpla
is
hit us
essentially
with the
about a man whose his life is pretty much racing. He has a pompadour. They're in space. There's fucking aliens. It's super cool. Animation's beautiful. Designed by Madhouse, and it's just racing. There's a really convoluted plot and kind of a twist thing at the end, and
I don't even think
it's
there is a plot.
no, it's a very weird. It's very weird shit that happens, but that's pretty much the basis of what you need to know to get into this anime. To get into this movie, because it's only an hour and 40 minutes long, and it's all really enjoyable.
Really?
I actually thought it was only 1 hour until I realized that it was two.
Oh,
it
no,
just
it's-
went by really fast.
It's yeah. I mean,
It's very much like a race. It goes by really fast. It flows really well too.
God, that girl's so fucking weird.
And Madhouse,
the
they really
main-
outdid themselves.
The main point is like, I mean, you have Yellow Line at the start, but it's the last race, Red Line at the end. That's the
You
really
think
good
it's called
part.
Red Line because they're always trying to kill each other in this blood splatter? Because that's what it just looked like just now.
Well, there is a that introduction sequence that shows the title that goes like, and all the cars are just kind of going around and they're all red, and it says, you know, Red Line. I think it's more because they're also trying to kill each other in Yellow Line. I think it's just color-coded races. The last one is red. Maybe it's because it's the most dangerous, because they did.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It seems like they
Yeah,
ramp up
right.
the danger as it goes. So, I remember when I first watched this, there was two things, and that is this took 7 years to come out from when they announced it,
Really? I didn't
and
know that.
I believe it was like 100% hand drawn.
100% what?
I'm not sure.
It has to be, right? Like even the cars, right? Because it looks
On my
like
anime
it.
list, it says Redline took a full 7 years to create and used more than 100,000 frames in production.
100,000.
100,000
It took a
frames.
long time, and they did a lot of work on this show, or this movie, and that is why it looks so good, is because they
Yeah, they deserve that.
they
shit,
did
man.
a lot of work on this.
I fucking love how they did no color shading. They used zero space for the shading. It looks incredible. Not only that saves so much on animation, like on animation funds. Just like absolutely using no kind of like gradient
like
to
zero
a face. It
I like when
saves
you do
time,
zero
saves
space,
money.
The
Zero space is
style they
cool.
took can be hit or
Yeah,
miss.
you make it look really good.
Zero space on the ass. Zero space on the boobs. You'll see it in a second.
Zero space on everything.
The style can be hit or miss, but generally I think it lends itself really, really well to what they're going for, which is, you know, racing action.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually recommended this to someone that says that they flat out hate racing in sports, just anime in general, and I'm like, if anything, I would recommend this. Because there is a way to get enjoyment out of it other than just watching it because it's a race and because of action,
Mm.
because it's beautiful.
I think I liked that the romance cliche they threw in there. I thought that was pretty nice.
Hey, Pat. All right,
Pat.
so let's go ahead and go into spoiler territory. Not really spoilers, but you
Not
know,
really
like,
any spoilers
Not-
to have.
talk
Spoiler-
about
spoiler
what the fuck
territory.
happens in this film. But real fast, we have to talk about our sponsors for today's episode, which is us with the Otaku Anonymous t-shirts. If you guys enjoy this podcast and or the Otaku Anonymous stream and just like to would just want a way to support us, I mean, there it is. You can use exclamation
Just
point merch to get the link,
imagine it, but on
or
your
you can go
body.
down the link in the description below. Yeah, imagine this, but on your body.
I still
Also,
haven't gotten
our other
mine.
sponsors for today's episodes are hobbyholics.com, Epic Cosplay Wigs, and Weeb Apparel. And I just got my first Weeb Apparel jacket last week, and I fucking love it.
I got my Weave Apparel jacket last
It's
year.
so comfy. Like, I can't sell this product enough. It's so fucking comfy. It says Daddy on the back. It's the best Letterman jacket I have, and I actually have many. Alright,
You have a
back to
lot.
the show. So, let's actually talk about what happens in the movie. So, our main character, JP, right? Yeah.
Yeah, race.
Sweet JP.
I really like his personality because it like, I don't know, when I see a character that's drawn like him, I kind of think that they're going to be somewhat of a dick or something,
Yeah.
you know? But he was pretty chill the entire way through. He was also really sweet. Like,
Yeah,
That's why they
sweet
call him
JP.
Sweet JP.
Yeah.
Because he never uses weapons. Don't forget about
Yeah.
that.
The only guy that doesn't try to kill the other racers. He's just there to race.
and then there's, oh my god, I forgot her name.
Sonoshi.
Sonoshi, that's right. I love her so
Cherry,
much.
Cherry, whatever they call her.
Cherry Boy Hunt.
Yep.
I don't
That
know where
thing.
they got that from.
I don't know why they call her that.
There's a story. They might not have told it, but there's a story there.
Yeah.
With, the Cherry Boy Hunter thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why she's called that. I mean, they go into why he's called Sweet JP, but they don't go into her nickname or what's there. Those two are pretty
Did they
much
ever go
the
into
only
anyone
characters.
else's nicknames?
No, they just have everyone's name. They like a little small like thingy. I like the bounty hunter because you know who he reminds me of a lot.
Hmm.
There's a guy in Captain Falcon named the Blood Falcon. It's literally him. It's literally him. He's like the rival to Captain Falcon. I was like, this bitch looks like the rival to Captain Falcon.
Did you guys have a favorite character? Because other than JP, my favorite character was Machine Head. I fucking loved him. He
She
was so
fucking
cool. He was such a cool
like-
antagonist.
I
I
like.
wouldn't say that I do.
I like.
Do you have a favorite car? All the cars are really cool.
Probably JP's car. It's not anything special. It's just
a car.
it's just
yeah.
horsepower. It's just raw power in a car, and it's made to go fast. It's no weapons, no special little things that are probably not aerodynamically the smartest thing to race in. Just the
I
greatest
kinda
engine they
like-
could get.
I kind of like the girls' car thingy. I kind of you know thinking about cars and like shit. I kind going back to the plot where you asked like thinking about it. I kind of do like the plot. Like
How
there
it
is a
eventually
plot.
became like a
Because-
grotesque Akira thing at the end. That
Not
was
the
a
car,
nod
the-
to Akira, right? Oh, you mean the car. I thought you said the
I,
plot.
I said the plot.
Yeah, the plot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Kira thing. Yeah, all I thought
It
about was
turned into
Akira.
a
I was
giant
like,
baby.
what
I was
the
like, that's
fuck?
Akira as fuck.
It's because yeah, but the thing is, the plot wasn't really about like the government. You know, it was like not Machine Head. Robo Island was like trying to be
Robo-World.
peaceful, but they had all the Robo World, but they had all these like fucking crazy ass
It's
mechs. and
they
shit that they're trying to
exposed
hide.
they exposed their violations of galactic law
Yeah,
through the race, and they very much did that on purpose. At least it's assumed that they did that on purpose, just
yeah.
probably to make the race interesting and to get a lot more viewers for it. Or maybe
Yeah.
they had political agenda with trying to expose all of the things that they were doing. You never know.
Yeah, one of my favorite things though was like JP and his mechanic thingy where he was like, I just want to see him win a race, and I'm like, oh, that means he's always been throwing every single race if you think about it, and it's like
I loved
you know,
how the backstory with JP and Sonoshi is that she inspired him to
Yeah.
start racing, and he did everything kind of just to get her attention. I liked that a lot. That was really sweet.
yeah, I liked that the romance they threw in there too. One of the things I really liked it was
Mhm.
Go, Larry, go.
Real fast, do you want to read the chat?
Me?
Yeah. Right from
where do you want me to start?
814Z. Or 814
Alright, so
Mark.
So JP just wants to have a good time and race. So I watched the first 15 minutes of this film dub, and I have to say this made a very... I just moved. It made a very good decision with the voice acting because it fits so well. Yeah, right? Oh, Sonashi's voice actor is also Sai Kawakami. Yes.
So speaking to that, dub or
And
sub?
see,
I actually didn't watch the dub.
hold on, had to switch to
I-
sub because
I
the
wa-
dub
I
wasn't
watched
working
them.
properly. Yeah, I watched it in English dub too. I thought they did really well with it. Like, feel like for the dubs, kind of styles ambi fits really well. JP's car was legit a Mustang with a extra wheel. All it had. I like JP because he was probably the most relatable character for me. He had a dream of racing. He was a chill dude. Mark's a chill dude. You're right. It wasn't really super insane. Funky Boy screams will haunt my dreams the next 2 days. I like how they called him Funky Boy. I was like, why Funky Boy out of everything? I didn't expect there to be a romance at all. It was really surprised me in a good way. I thought they did really, really well for doing cliche. Yeah, because it's all about the racing. So like cliche works well, you know. It's kind of like Girls in Panzer, where y'all really care about is the tanks and not the story.
If you're going in for the story, you probably missed the point.
You probably missed the point. And then, but yeah, and I like the character designs. So good. All of them are good. I like the alien-ness in it.
I can see people not liking the way things are drawn specifically.
They're a hater then.
I guess so.
'Cause it's
I
got
liked
its
it
style.
personally. I liked it personally, but I can see why someone might not really like the
Oh yeah.
I guess they're a thicker outline.
Oh yeah, Zero Space. Zero Space always like that. Very
Yeah.
thick outlines and then just black. A lot of black.
That
or
way you know
shades
the
of just
difference
black.
between just outline and shading. But I
Yeah.
also like how they added the like actually using color to the outline. Like it's not just thick black lines the entire time. It's to enhance the. It's to let you know when things are getting intense or not. I don't need to explain that. You guys get that.
Yep. Yeah, this is a good ass movie.
It gets you pumped up during a lot of the scenes during the races.
Mm.
I'm just
I like
sitting here going along to the background music, just all good.
The fucking music was actually fucking incredible.
Oh yeah, music was so.
The music was
good.
intense. It was like perfect all around. Madhouse like fucking fuck the audience's like
Yeah.
mind.
They're so good when it comes to music.
Like everything about it was everything about this movie was actually pretty good. Can we just score it right now? Like just to get that shit out of the way.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Like this is actually
10 out of
fucking
10.
incredible.
Like it's one of those like, oh, have you seen Redline? No, you haven't seen Redline.
And your
Like,
neck twists all the way around and you like
I
start
know.
spitting out
It's-
acid. How have you
it's
not
literally-
seen Redline?
yeah, it's literally the anime you say it to.
Hmm.
It's like the equivalency of saying you haven't seen Gurren Lagann.
I really like how they won in the end, but it was because of his pompadour, right? Like
Yeah.
his fucking pompadour, so fucking massive. I really like.
I
Oh yeah.
had actually seen this before.
Oh yeah, same here. I think we all have,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So I watched this. I think it was the first year we went out to AX was because of an AMV that was there, and it was a really really good AMV, and it introduced me to Redline and a band that I listen to quite a bit, which is VNB Nation. And I will link that later because that is a good AMV. But that's actually why I watched it the first time many years ago, and I'm like, yep, that was what it needed to be. For a little bit.
You know, I think I know why I watched this. Watched this because Brian was at Diggy's house. I was like, "Oh, what movie is this?" He's like,
That's
"Oh, Redline."
exactly why.
And then I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I went to go download it later, and I watched it myself, and I was like, "God damn, this movie's fucking good."
Oh, Machine Head was the coolest fucking thing. I'm sorry to say it. I was biased when looking up the gifs for this because I specifically looked up Machine Head. He had the
I mean,
coolest scenes.
He's pretty fucking cool. Like
He's
no-
such a cool
yeah.
antagonist. I really like how in the end, like he wasn't even like a dick about them winning the race. Like everyone was
Yeah,
pretty
at the
sportsmanlike.
end- Yeah, at the
Like
end,
you-
everyone was just a sportsman. It was
Like,
really
they-
good.
they wanted to kill each other, but I mean, like, it's fine in the end. It was just a race.
Yeah, and it's just sports. And like, yeah, even like those guys who are like hot shots were like, I'm pulling out. It's just a race. You know. But I like how they just didn't give a fuck though with the committee who set up the race. We're gonna do it on Robo Island. They don't want it there. Yeah, we're gonna do it on Robo Island. I was like, they don't want to do it there, guys. Just don't do it.
But I think that's the whole point of Redline. It's held
Yeah.
every 5 years, and they make it just as dangerous as they can.
Probably.
I guess it's to weed out, people that aren't willing to do that and to increase viewership.
Do you think her hair is naturally green?
Probably.
I mean, there are those
I think,
aliens, but what if she's just an alien?
She's got cool
Right.
visors.
I
I
say,
want
do you think,
visors
like, can you
that.
see her in Vaughn's, like, picking out the green hair dye, being like, what shade?
I'm actually gonna put that on the
Vons.
Discord too.
Oh my god, but she did so cool. Some more gives it. He's so fucking cool. I love
Yeah,
the
I wouldn't
cape.
think
I love
that.
how he was attached to his fucking car, and then in the end, like how he projected himself as a, like pretty much as one of those boat mount things. I forget what they're called. But like he was attached to his car, and his head was like sticking out forward, and he had flames in his eyes. Like, oh my god.
I know. And I love the way he did his nitrox, so he just fucking ate it. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh."
Also, you mentioned before it was the same creator of Space Dandy, right? Because, like, remember in that one
Yeah,
episode of
that's
Space
right.
Dandy where he had the donut and they threw it into the gas thing because they ran out of fuel and then, like, it exploded? I was like, that was the same thing, right?
I need same director, did you say?
I don't know, someone mentioned it before. That was, like, the same creator of
Z-
Space
Z
Dandy.
said-
I really
I
want to
don't think
know
it's
if
the
that's true.
director.
Because, like, that had to be, like, an ode to that because it was a racing episode of Space Dandy where they did something similar to that. It wasn't it wasn't a donut, it was a dumpling. They tossed a dumpling in the gas tank and it, like, fucking exploded. It was insane.
I can't find anything referencing that.
I'm gonna look up that episode. But yeah. Is it like a common thing? Do you guys know anything about racing? I don't know if it's a common thing to actually throw something in your gas and make it do something crazy.
I don't know. Maybe
No.
that's how nitrox
Is it-
actually works. But I feel like Sunny would know more.
I'm pretty sure nitrous would be in its own self-contained unit, and then you would. I mean, there'd be a button to press for it, but that would be already linked into the system. It wouldn't be something that you have on you. There would be no reason to do that. That's just unnecessary risk.
That's style. That's what it's talking. That's what
It is style. It's very cool how they do it. I like how all of them do it, especially JP just puts it in there and
I like how Machine
Sends
Head
it
did
in.
it. He fucking ate it.
that was cool. I just like JP's more. Just pops that shit in, caps it off, presses the
Turns
button.
go through spaghettification.
Spaghettification.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did go through spaghettification.
Warp through space and time. I
Oh,
liked
that's
how
so cool.
they did that in the animation. They get really long.
The stretch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I heard that's how your vision looks like if you go really fast. Shit starts to like stretch out.
Yeah, you've seen Spaceballs, right?
Don't
Spaceballs, the paragon of
Space,
realism.
space travel. You should watch Spaceballs next.
We should- Not for this though.
This GIF reminds
Anime
me
Analytics pulls out a live movie. Anime Analytics. guys.
Spaceballs.
Uh,
What do you call? I actually really like his hero. I had the GIF image right of his hero. It's just fucking two chicks, and they're just like, yeah, that's fine. In a golden car. Oh, that gave me fucking chills in the end when he went super fast, and then his hero was there, and he gave him a thumbs up. Like, that gave me chills. That was so cool. Oh,
Wait, he did?
yeah. Remember, like like they detonated the thing inside of his ship, and like
Yeah,
they
he-
were launching him forward.
Was a memory or something.
Oh, it was a memory. Okay,
And
I
he-
thought.
I guess it was a memory. I don't
I
think it was
thought you said
actually
he
there.
was like.
No, I don't think it was actually
yeah.
him. No, but like he
Just
saw
showed
his
up.
hero, and he like slowed down. Like even though everything was going so fast until then, he just gave him a thumbs up. That was so cool.
Can you imagine if he just showed up, just like, yeah, I came here, one of the most dangerous places in the galaxy. Sup?
To watch you race.
Yeah, I
Give
like
you
the
a
way
thumbs up at
I like
least.
the way they ended that race. That was tight. I wish there was like a little bit more
Pompadour.
after it, but like I can't argue. That was hella fucking lit.
Yeah.
They did what they needed to do in the time movie
I know.
runs, and they did it very well.
It was
Most of
good.
the racers were human, right?
Yeah, I
Um,
think they were just
there
augmented
was a-
in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Human or offshoots of humans. Or cybernetically advanced, you know, cybernetically modified
yeah.
humans or something like that.
Mm. And
Anime was lit.
Very
what do
lit.
you... I really like the races they put inside there too, like those monkey boys, and then the weird onion lady who sold them the cigarettes.
That ended up betting on him later.
Yeah. This is all great. Larry, you want to read the comments?
Let's see. I feel like it's her natural hairs when we said, hey, they don't want us to do that. Fuck it, they're gonna try to kill everyone, and the racers try anyways. What's the harm? I love how they turned his arms into wheels and they kept continuing the race. That was pretty fucking cool. I love the effect they did when they put the nitro thing in the car. Yeah, that shit was good. Spaceball's my favorite anime. I haven't seen Spaceballs before. Whoa, it looks like you're gonna watch Spaceballs soon.
Looks
Mark.
like the next anime analytics is gonna be Spaceballs.
How about no?
I kind of wish there was more after the race, but the movie was
We
all
ain't
about the
found
racing,
shit.
not really the plot.
We found shit.
Comb the desert. So I understand that's why they just great. That was such an epic ending. It was an epic ending. So great.
It was so stupid. Instead of saying the end, it just said love. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was like the only part of the movie I didn't like. It was like, what the fuck?
Because you know, love conquers all.
I do think it was very appropriate that it ended as the race ended, because they do. It's just like, yeah, they don't care about the plot. They just wanted to see the race.
Like we're done.
We're done. We can just end it right now.
That's what they did.
You guys didn't have favorite characters though?
Favorite
Not
characters?
really. Nothing
It-
really stood out.
Like, I understood why JP likes Sonoshi, but like, was there really that much development for her to fall in love with him in the end?
I don't know.
I think it was a lot of she realized that she did know him a while back, because he does make a point she probably doesn't remember me.
Yeah.
I think she realized that she did know him, and he helped her achieve her dream,
Yeah.
which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that is. There was a lot of flirting. But he did pants that one guy. Was he really that sweet?
That
That's
crying
so
guy
sweet,
made me
JP.
laugh so hard when he came
So
out.
sweet, JP.
The guy that
Like
was
a
strong
Sour
when he was
Patch
crying.
Wait, what? Sour Patch Kids?
Oh, what? I just said he's a Sour Patch. He pants
Oh.
that guy just to get her away from him. Also, what was I don't think I completely understood the whole thing with the mechs and the giant baby thing that was destroying everything in the government. Like
They
that
just
that
had
was something that happened in the film.
Yeah,
what
that was
was
just
that?
a random thing. All it was that like that's
It
the
was
thing.
a
They had,
biological super weapon that
yeah,
was
it was
against
a biological super weapon.
galactic law.
That they had like contained, and then it actually got out because of the fucking racers, and then they called it Funky Boy, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna break the peace treaty." Like they're trying to be like a peaceful ass like world, but if you really look at it, they're not.
But
you
what
know?
did it exactly have to do with the race? Like, how did
It didn't have
what-
anything to do with the race.
It was
was
there
just
to look cool,
exposed.
but inside of the story, they hosted it on a super secret authoritarian government world that had
It
a lot
was
of military
basically-
secrets, with the express point of uncovering those military secrets and having them make the race more interesting. Like someone crashing in and causing that funky boy to come out and start
Yeah. And
killing
let's not
everybody.
forget, it was a okay, the place was literally fucking like Nazi Germany, like Nazis. It was totally like fucking Nazis. So,
I mean, they got a raise. Thank you so much for the host.
yay.
Yeah.
We're gonna be Diggy's gonna be playing what's it called?
Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play that other game.
I'll end the stream with Luigi's Mansion this time. Actually, we're gonna play PUBG after this and play some Luigi's
yeah,
Mansion.
that's what I thought you were gonna play PUBG.
Yeah.
We're gonna be playing PUBG, la lady. That was the...
PUBG and then
I
Mario.
I always mess up every single time. I call her Lee.
Lee? Cute.
I think her name is Lei. That's what Doug told me, because Doug watches her a lot too. I am so sorry, that's nothing to do with Redline.
Redline!
Let's go ahead and give this
10 out of 10, that's what we gave it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it knows what it wants to be. It executes on it perfectly, and it doesn't really go anywhere that it doesn't need to. It's a
If you
beautiful
came for
show,
the
and
story,
they put the
too
work
bad.
into
You
it.
come for races, not story.
Yep.
Am I right or am I
what
right?
there was of the story was actually pretty good. Like how they actually talked about how JP was arrested and like the whole mafia thing that was going on with his
that
boss
was-
and stuff. Like I actually did like the subtle story things they did give us because it made the final result more satisfying when they actually did
Yeah.
win.
It gave you a reason for what they
Yeah.
you can't have action without reason, or yes you could. Just a fucking idiot at that point.
You come for the visual eye candy, not the character development. Was there any character development? He won a race. I think that was like the best character development he got. Alright. Would you guys say that's about it then?
Yeah,
Suppose so. 10
Art
out of
was
10.
fucking 10 out of 10. The music was pumping and adrenalating. Was that the word?
Adrenaline.
You know what? It should be, Larry. It should.
Right now.
You know when it's like 10 years in the future when they finally able to reboot it. You know how they do like this person calls it this, that person calls it that. The OA calls it adrenalating. Buy it today. Perfect 10 out of 10. By the way, it's really hard to get, like, if you're just gonna watch this, it's really hard to get it in, like, 1080p, or, like, you should probably get the Blu-ray. It's probably one of those movies that you actually need to
Blu-ray,
see
yeah,
in, like,
it's one of
really
those
high
movies that-
definition.
I'm pretty sure it used to be available on YouTube in 1080 for free. Like, legally.
Really?
Like they actually just put it up there, but I don't think it's up there anymore. I think you have to pay for it now.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking good.
That was like
I
3
couldn't
years
even
ago.
find, like, good GIF images. Normally I can find, like, really high definition GIF images, but, like, now you have to buy it. But I mean, like, not really have to buy it. You get to buy it. There you go.
You get to buy
You
it.
get to buy it and watch it.
And
amazing
own this
HD
masterpiece.
quality.
It's a masterpiece movie.
What about next week?
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
shit.
actually just about to
Talk about
say
next
that.
week's
Larry,
anime.
do you want to go ahead
Citrus.
and Ah!
I'm just
What?
scrolling through the list and I see that. I'm just like, yep.
Yeah, so
That'll
this week is animes that just finished, right, Sunny? That's what we decided on.
Animes
Yeah.
that just finished.
Something
Ooh,
from
this is
the
gonna be
last-
good.
Okay, Sunny, I'll let actually I can't let Larry choose because he's gonna keep talking. I can't let Larry choose. Do you want to read chat real fast, Larry?
Oh, so you're gonna make me talk by talking? You're gonna make me not talk by talking? Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
think
give
this
you
was
a
just
job.
random
How about
bio
that?
and I just imprisoned there. Yeah, I think it was just they had happened to get free from the race. Yep, I did. So essentially, they didn't want them to race, so they used all force to try and kill the racers, and then Funky Boy's just there and having a giant monster fight, pretty much. I also know how crazy it was. We also gave scores. It said, you come for visual eye candy, not character development. I think I give this 8 out of 10. The kind of genre isn't my kind of thing, but I did enjoy it a lot. I love how crazy it was with all the races, and the characters all felt pretty unique, and the designs were pretty cool. Also, the music was great too. I recommend it to someone. It's no longer on YouTube. Yudu Camp! Legend of Korra, Book 5. You right, Mark.
Can we talk about Yuru Camp? Is there anything to talk about?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask. Like, I would love to, but if there's not that much going on in it, then like actual storyline, then there's not much to talk about.
I'm pretty sure if it's something from last season, it's... Is this done? This is done.
There's like hardly anything from last season to actually talk about that isn't slice of life or comedy or something
Oh,
that's still
okay.
ongoing.
So,
Could be Violet Evergarden,
Actually,
but that's not done until next Thursday.
that many good ones that just finished.
It's not done until next Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, we could do that
shit,
then.
I was wondering why I couldn't hear
We
you
could actually
guys.
do Violet Evergarden.
Headphones
Violet Evergarden.
disconnected. There you go, and I can hear you guys.
You guys want to do that?
Okay, what are we talking about?
It would give people one day to watch the last episode when it comes out.
Which one?
We could do it
But
next
that
week
that one's
instead.
like the most intense one. That's fine.
Yeah,
Which one?
like that. That
Which
would
one?
probably
Which one are
be
we talking about?
Violet Evergarden.
We're talking about Pop Team Epic, Larry.
Hey, you want to talk about Pop Team Epic right now?
Well, there's a reason why I don't want to say Violet Evergarden.
I watched the whole thing.
It's because it's episodic. We could watch Citrus and then talk smack about it and compare it to the manga.
I guess
Already
I'm
said
double
that.
cool.
Diggy immediately denied it. She said,
Oh, okay.
What? Talk about what?
The thing is, the reason why I don't want to say
Talk
Violet
about what?
Evergarden.
he
is
said
'cause,
Citrus again.
No!
The reason why I don't want to say Violet Evergarden is because it's episodic.
We're
it's
watching
not-
Ramen Daisuke.
That one's episodic too, but I mean, like, who wouldn't want to watch it
No,
again?
we're not
But
fucking watching it.
There's
I heard that it
Unicamp.
actually got intense. I don't know about that one.
It didn't get intense. It was just, oh, because the main character is Yandere. Not Yon. No, she's stalkerish. It's funny. It's so funny.
You know what I've heard good things about?
Mm.
That
Fun.
technically just had a second season end? Overlord.
Oh
I'm a
yeah.
little iffy on that one.
Second season just ended. Wait. No, it's
You
going
know
to
what?
end.
Let's go ahead and get a vote going. Let's put down Violet Evergarden. I feel like that's the closest one. Death March, Overlord Season 1, and Yudu Camp.
Season 1? Wait, season 1 I think is 24 episodes, isn't it? Oh no, it's
It's
12
not.
episodes. Never
It's
mind.
12. Can
Oh
we
wait,
get that?
no.
Can we get
No,
that
no,
going?
put this one in. Put this one in, Diggy.
Okay.
A world is called It's called A Place Further Than the Universe. That's a good one. That is a good one.
So
That's
what
one
am I
of
putting in
those.
this?
That's one of those
Say
very.
what, Sonny? I'm sorry, what?
What am I putting in this poll?
We're putting Yudu Camp,
Camp?
Violet Evergarden,
Violet Evergarden.
Death March, which I feel like that'd be a good one just to shit on. The first season of
Oh, yeah.
Overlord, and the one Larry wants to watch.
The one I want is called A Place Further Than the Universe. It's so good. I love this one so much.
That's 5 options. I feel like we're gonna get a tie if we leave it at 5. We should probably at least put it down to 4.
Okay, let's take out.
I
You
kinda
know what?
wanna
You take out Violet Evergarden. Yeah, go ahead, take that
Because I
one
feel
out
like-
because we're gonna need a week to talk about that one. We're gonna talk about it. I don't want to leave that up to a vote. We're gonna talk about it, so we'll wait till not next week, but the week after that
Yep.
to talk about
And
it.
also wait until it's actually done. Your camp did finish, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Unicamp just finished. Oh my god, Unicamp.
So-
I love
okay.
Unicamp so much. I love all these anime. Besides Death March. Death March was okay.
Vote. Vote how
Oh,
you
yeah.
will.
Let's go. Whenever it wins, we'll talk about it. We'll watch it.
But if there's one I do want to talk about, it is that one. I will talk about this anime though.
We will give that like a minute.
All right.
We don't really have a lot of time.
So
Right,
We should probably do this in the beginning so we could
So
I mean,
it
we're
was
talking.
what
It's
things
fine.
did we give a perfect score or close to a perfect score? It was Your Lie in April, Your Name,
Airline April, Your
um,
Name,
now
Basically,
officially
Gurren Lagann.
Redline.
Good and Lagann, even though we never talked about it.
Never actually watched.
I almost fought with some. I'm not gonna say who it was. I almost fought with one of my friends because he likes to argue and he's very opinionated, and it's fine. But like almost everything that is really good, he hates. And he goes, I don't know. I feel like Good and Lagann is really cliche. And I was like, bitch, how? How? Tell me how. Tell me how it was cliche. I hate you.
You know the cliche of throwing galaxies at each other.
I know, it's like
you
cliche
know.
of fighting God and punching him in the face, throwing galaxies, propelling yourself to destroy an inner being. Yeah, no, that's
happens.
whatever.
That happens at least 5 times a season. What are you
Oh,
talking
you're
about?
absolutely correct. Like a spiral king and a giant robot that can like tear off parts of other robots and make it a part of himself. No, you're right. It's fucking cliche, you bitch. I hate you.
I hate.
It was like a really heated conversation, like right in the middle of a convention. It was like, ooh, I'm fighting. I'm fighting you today.
I like that we're just talking about what to watch next, and we're talking about Gurren Lagann, and all the red light stuff is still on the main
I mean,
stream.
yeah.
Well, this is very much like Good and Lagann with Redline. I mean, like,
guess.
okay. The ending, how they won, is very much like the ending to Good and Lagann. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like how they won. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't necessarily agree. It's different in very specific ways that are really
And they're-
important.
Like
over the top,
visually,
I like it.
visually, like
Visually,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's just because it's similar visually overall.
Yeah, I like the over the topness in this.
I really want to say exactly what I mean by it, but like, I know Mark hasn't seen it, and I know a lot of people haven't seen it, so.
If you haven't seen Gurren Lagann, you should go watch Gurren Lagann.
Yes.
There's
There's 3
7 votes on
movies you
that.
could watch. Okay. I think we're all good. I think,
Anyone else wants to vote? Last minute before that.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. There's nothing to announce. There's nothing over. I guess we're gonna watch Violet Evergarden next week.
Yeah,
least
not
sometime
next week.
soon.
Next week. The after we're
Oh,
done
yeah,
watching
the 13th.
the winning anime, which is gonna reload real fast. Overlord. Okay, so this week or next Friday,
God,
we're gonna be
Overlord.
discussing the first season to Overlord. So if you guys are into that, please drop by and talk with us about it. Just first season. It's 12 episodes,
first
right?
season. Okay.
Yeah, just first
Yeah,
season.
first
First
season.
season's only 12 episodes.
Yeah, not second season just finished, which is
Yeah,
exciting.
second season though, it's like that's something to talk about. It's all over the place.
Mm.
It's like it's just awkward.
I've heard really good things about Overlord.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm
have you
excited
seen
to
it?
watch it. I've never seen it.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Alright guys, so we're going to close the stream off for just a second, but we'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can follow us all in the descriptions down below. If you want to find us anywhere else, it'll all be there along with our sponsors for today's episode. Thank you for watching, and bye!
Thank you.
Bye. We'll see.